welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to be looking at a book called Anne's Fight for Freedom. And so this is a children's chapter book about a young girl and her family who are going on the Underground Railroad. It is happening in 1854. So this is around the same time as Cecile and Marie Grace. It's just this is in Maryland, and these are slaves. So what happens is Anne, her brother, and her parents are obviously slaves, and they find out that basically it's overheard that the plantation owner is short on money. So he needs to pay off debts. So he's going to sell Anne and her brother. So they talk about, at first she tells her father, it's like, we should leave. We should run away. And her father kind of tells her no. And she's obviously not happy about this because she's going to be sold. But they do eventually leave. Her father just doesn't tell her until the last minute. So they leave in the middle of the night, but they come to they hide, they come to a house. Her father goes first, but then the slavers kind of come out. And so he runs, they run, they get separated. So they're away from their father. So it's the mother, Anne, and her younger brother, whose name is what? Let me see, find brother's name. She also has a baby sister by the name of Elizabeth, so she has a baby. But Paul, that's the name of her brother. So her mother, her baby sister, and her brother, Paul, are separated from her father. And her mother kind of wants to go back, and she's like, no, we're going to keep going. Eventually they do find a house on the Underground Railroad, which hides them, and they're slowly able to make it to Philadelphia. And they meet up with their father, because he's gotten there too. So it is a chapter book where essentially this young girl, who is going to be sold, helps and gives her mother courage to get them out. And they travel by themselves to get to the Underground Railroad. Eventually they reach a place where they're able to get in a family that hides them and then takes them in a wagon and then takes them into Philadelphia. And again, that's to a what amounts to be a halfway house for people, escaped slaves. So, and they're reunited with their father. So that's the basis of this story. It's about a little over 100 pages. I'm going to check how many chapters it is. It's about 10 chapters. And, yeah, there's a note from the author talking about the Underground Railroad. And I don't remember who the heck is the author. Nikki Sharon Smith. So, and she's is African American. So I enjoy this book. It's definitely, this is going to be for, I'm going to say, depending on the age and reading level. My kid's not reading yet. She's going into second grade. But for good readers, probably second grade to sixth would be my, middle schoolers could probably read this too. So we can go on up to that. It's a great kind of simple introduction, though again, there are some harrowing parts. It's a bit of an adventure story to the Underground Railroad. And I like the fact that it's told in first person from this young girl's point of view, and she's the one who's pushing her mother along. It is her idea, partially because it's her life. It's her life. That's at risk. She's the one who's going to be sold. So, and I think she's maybe like 8. She's like 8 or 10. So it's an enjoyable book. Again, it's about 112 pages, at least in ebook form. Or let me actually see how long it is to the actual last page. Okay, 108. Yeah. Oh, no, that's the author's note. So it's actually 103. And then there's a glossary, and there's a, I think there's an author's note, and there's a couple of questions on making connections. So it's asking them. So this is great for homeschoolers who are doing this because it already provides you with questions. So it asks, list 3 character traits that Anne possesses, then choose one and write a paragraph that includes examples of how Anne shows her trait in the story. The climax of the book is when the tension or action reaches the high point. What scene do you think is the climax of the book? And explain your answer. And then, baby Elizabeth will not remember her family's journey north. Pretend you are Anne and write her a letter telling her about it. So it gives you some things to do, ideas to do with your kids. So again, I enjoy this. It's around the same, again, it's around the same time as Cecile and Marie Grace, but it's talking about slavery, which actually their mysteries do touch on just a little bit. I just haven't reviewed them yet, and I need to finish reading the last one. So you guys will see this afterwards. So, and my voice is getting hoarse. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. So, and I'm doing a couple of videos all at once because I feel like I'm running behind. It's the end of March. So, but nonetheless, that is the end of this review. I will be finishing up with Cecile and Marie Grace. We will be moving on to Kirsten. So we will be skipping over the Civil War just a little bit to look at the immigration and the, not going to say exactly the Oregon Trail, but that general time period and the westward expansion. So, because Kirsten is Swedish. And then we will move on to the Civil War with Addie, whose books I actually haven't read yet. So we will get there. And then where are we going after Addie? Or after Addie? I think we're jumping into Samantha. We're jumping into Samantha, jumping all the way from the 1860s into 1904 or 1905. So that is where we're going. So again, like and subscribe, leave a positive comment if you have one, and I will see you next time. Thank you.